Hi there, welcome to another week of Counter-Strike game and skin market update. This is Skinomics2, and this video covers the 18th to 24th of November. Let's dive right into the headlines. We start with the items of the Armory Pass again, since it continues to defy expectations by achieving extremely profitable returns. Even the Deagle Heat Treated is returning the full capital you put in now, if you account for the various blue and purple gem patterns. However, I do want to post a reminder here that there is a 7-day delay between people buying and being able to sell. Hence the profits may be eroded if people are buying simultaneously, despite it not being the case in the past month. At the time of scripting this video, there remains only one game left in the RMRs, with Spirit being the favourites to secure it. The conclusions of the RMR has meant that we know which stickers are set for the Shanghai Major now. Most of the teams are familiar faces. However, there are a few interesting ones. In Europe, 3D Max has not had a sticker since Katowice 2015 Major, whereas this marks the first for Passion UA. Passion UA, by the way, was formed by Arsenal football player Zinchenko in 2023. This is a huge achievement by such a new organisation. In Asia and Americas, we see FlyQuest, Rare Atom, and Wildcard being the new stickers to the scene. The Wildcard sticker is one that I am particularly excited about due to its crafting potential. However, the bigger headline of this week in preparation for the Major is the rule change halfway through the qualification process. This has been a huge controversy in the pro scene community, hence I'll spend a minute here going through it. For those that are unaware, Valve's rules dictate that Valve rankings determine which teams form the Legend group, which skips the initial elimination portion of the Major. However, Perfect World, which is the tournament host for the Shanghai Major, decided it would be a better outcome for the top 4 teams from each European RMR to be within this Legend group. It was agreed upon by Valve before the RMRs had began. As there are 3 teams to have the score of 3 games to 1, the 4th and 5th place team are to play an additional match to decide the best 4. The European RMR A played out in a way that the top 4 teams by Valve ranking will qualify for the Legend group. However, RMR B saw dark horses in Big and 3D Max defying the odds to become the top 2. At this point, Valve announced that the rules are to be changed, and to be reverted back to Valve rankings, which benefits both G2 and Spirit. As expected, the community outraged at Valve for making such a decision, especially as results have already been played out. Big player JDC expressed his dissatisfaction explicitly, but Valve has the ultimate power here to make these changes. Perfect World can only comply. For the average player and skin enthusiasts, this means that all the bigger teams will be grouped in the same sticker capsule, likely boosting sales for it beyond the others. Talking about stickers, now let's move on to our next headline, which are some popular sticker concepts for the Major. The official stickers will likely release in the next week, but these may be a good prediction of what they may look like. This is assuming that Valve doesn't just reuse the 2021 designs again. First is a concept by Yingxin on Twitter. These combine the city skylines with the tournament logo. I am not sure if I like these as the team logo is off-centered. However, the holographic effect is quite good. Next, we have one by Arco and Ophelia. I am a big fan of these. Similar to 2022 Rio stickers, the design uses a square background. This design utilizes elements of a lotus and dragons, which are pretty cool. This is also quite lore accurate, as it is currently the year of dragon in Chinese culture. The video of the stickers also show a poem on them, which is an amazing sight. My hometown is Shanghai, so I'll be quite keen on buying these if they were to come to life. Now, let's talk Falcon. I've put this in the headline section, as it has been a spectacular implosion of the team after they lost to FaZe, Saw, then Gamer Legion to crash out of the RMRs. Simple first announced that he was not signing for the team and terminating his loan to go back to Na'Vi. Subsequently, Dupree, Sampayas, and Snappy were all benched to leave Magix the only member of the team remaining. Disappointed fans of Simple meant that the demand of his stickers has plummeted. I have shown a few on the screen here. I personally think that it has simply been a huge disappointment in Simple's return, despite him not even playing too badly. I am also not sure where he can head from here. This is an ongoing situation. Last headline of the week. There have been so many events this week that many have forgotten at the start of the week that the new number 1 float skin has been unboxed. This is unboxed by a player supposedly only had 88 hours in the game, with an odds of 1 in 11 billion. It was an Org Eye of Zapiums from the new Overpass collection. Considering the last number 1 skin held the title for 6 years and transacted for a whopping 22,000 USD at the time, this new king will break some record for sure. Finally, let's move on to our weekly craft idea. I have a Pikachu to present to you this week. This craft is best made on a yellow surface for obvious reasons. However, the Bulldozer collection of skins are quite expensive. You may craft this on any flat surface you like. Start by placing a Blinky in the center, then layer clown noses and bolt energies to both sides to finish the craft, which will cost less than $2 USD in totality. Taking a look now at the skins market. The Skinomics 2 index, which contains a list of weapons I used to represent the market, increased by 1.79% this week. We are seeing an upward slope as we head into the major next week. Unfortunately, the eSport Fire index is still going through a phase of calibration as they have decided to only consider major European markets. Moving on to trade volume. On Buff, we saw a spike this week in terms of value of trade, but numbers are overall steady for the most part. CS Float on the other hand is a little more volatile. However, there is nothing newsworthy to report on here as well. Thanks again to iTrade.gg for providing this data. I have also included an affiliate link in the pinned comment for some free stickers, although I do want to clarify that this is not a sponsorship. Now, let's break the skin market movements down into categories. Starting off with knives and gloves, they have remained relatively stable this week, which is behind the market's increase. Conversely, higher tiered weapon skins contributed to the overall increase for the most part. Asian skins have continued to increase again following a slump a few weeks back. Last but not least, we saw affordable weapon skins increasing in line with the market, which is good news. Moving on, we have seen case unboxings remaining around the 4.5 million mark again this week, whilst player numbers have very slightly climbed. The unboxing numbers translated into stable non-active case prices, although return on opening remains very low. The same phenomenon extends to non-active cases, which have also remained relatively steady this week. Let's now take a peek at this week's biggest winners and losers. The biggest winners this week were former teammates, but their increases are for vastly different reasons. The pre-stickers has increased this time as the 6-time major champion faces rumours of retirement following the Falcons debacle, whereas Zywoo stickers increased following his spectacular performance in the major RMRs. There were no significant losers this week. On to the top trades of the week. Both top trades on Buff and CS Float this week were quite boring. Buff's list consisted of 3 Emerald Butterflies, which is the most expensive non-rare pattern skin. CS Float's list was the same. All 6 of the skins sold around 15,000 US dollars, which is quite typical. So now we go forward to game news. This was a quieter week for updates. We saw one update which fixed bugs and further tried to improve network for players. I expect the next 2 weeks to be quiet for updates as well, apart from the release of Shanghai Major stickers. Moving on to the pro scene. Apart from the RMR news which we had discussed earlier, there wasn't much pro scene news. The opening stage of the major is played in 6 days, and the final will be held on the 15th of December. Should be quite a cracking major given the number of Asian audiences that will tune in, as it will be a more favourable time zone for them. Please like, share and subscribe, as well as check out my Discord server. On that bombshell, that was all for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye!